And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2025 Mid-Season Film Awards with me, Robbie Fleming from Fright Night Flicks, and joining me, as always, as he did last year, is Cody House. Hello, Cody.
Hello, Robbie. Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure to come on and announce these little winners with you for the movies.
Yes, and I created the Mid-Season Film Awards because I feel like the first half of films get kind of shunned.
Overall, that is very true, especially with award season. It tends to be movies are released after, it typically is after the summer. So anything released from September to January tends to be the main focus. And it primarily seems to be like October to January.
Yes, definitely, because most of the award films we get like in the January, February that hasn't had a wide release yet.
It happens here too in the States. They'll like get limited releases in December for awards purposes, or they've been shown at festivals, but they don't go wide until after January or February a lot of times.
Yes, there's a couple of the films on this list were either January and February time and they didn't get nominated for an Oscar, or they had a festival run last year and they've only just had a wide premiere.
All right. And then, of
Yes,
course, you being in the UK, a lot of times your releases for a lot of our films that we get are much later, and
yes.
vice versa. Like you guys got Paddington, I think, in October or November. We didn't get it till February.
Yeah, I didn't include Paddington in here because it was released in the UK last year, and I didn't put The Brutalist or A Complete Unknown or any of the films that were nominated for Oscars already.
Okay. Justin will be happy then.
Yes, he'll be very happy. Right, you ready for the first category? Oh, one last thing. Every winner will receive a Fleming nomination for the end of the year.
That's right. Yeah. So that gives them a chance in the whole awards for the whole year.
Yes, and the person who won the mid-season film award for best director ended up winning the Fleming, so anything is possible.
There you go.
Right, you ready for best horror film?
Let's do it.
Hit me up with those nominations.
Those nominations are the long awaited sequel for 28 Days Later, reteaming Danny Boyle and Alex Garland with 28 years later. We have Osgood Perkins' follow up to Longlegs, the adaptation of Stephen King's The Monkey. We have the surprise release no one knew until like earlier this year, Predator, Killer of Killers. We have Steven Soderbergh's Presence. We have the amazing Ryan Coogler's Sinners and The Ugly Stepsister.
Which is a horror film from Norway,
Yes, and last year's winner was Late Night with the Devil.
which rocks.
It does rock.
But this year's winner, it's a no-brainer. It's Sinners.
Of course. I mean, if there's any movie of 2025, I mean, I don't know its actual award chances at this point, but if there's any movie right now that's going to kind of go into Hall of Fame status as an all time great, this is the one.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love this movie.
I as well. I've already pre ordered my Blu ray.
Oh, I might have to when I get paid.
That's what I did yesterday.
Nice. Yeah, 28 years later was the runner-up.
I've yet to see that. I've heard mostly great things.
Yes, it's mostly great. All right, let's move on to the other end of the spectrum. Best comedy film.
All right. Nominees are Bridget Jones's Mad About a Boy, which is surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be. Celine Song's follow up to Past Lives, The Materialist. I've yet to see this, but I've heard
Me
mostly
neither.
good things. Bong Joon Ho's long awaited follow up to Parasite, Mickey 17, which I enjoyed more than most people did. Uh, we have Osgood Perkins here again with The Monkey. We have Wes Anderson's highly entertaining The Phoenician Scheme. And we have the remake of Ang Lee's The Wedding Banquet. Last year's winner was Drive Away Dolls.
Nice. And the winner is The Finnegan Scheme.
Absolutely. This movie is a ton of fun. I mean, I'm a huge Wes Anderson fan. I mean, at this point, you're either on board or you're not. But I thought the main cast was brilliant. Benicio, Michael Cera, Kate Winslet's daughter. I love the opening. Might be one of the best openings to any Wes Anderson movie, and I just love the father-daughter relationships, and of course all the ensemble of the Wes Anderson acting group. They all get to shine a little bit in each of their individual scenes.
I don't know why, but Riz Ahmed is a great addition to his ensemble.
Yeah, I mean, and it's crazy that Michael Cera hasn't been in a Wes Anderson movie till now.
Yes, he just needs Jesse Eisenberg and Kieran Culkin in the film now.
Okay, well, let's not put Jesse Eisenberg and Michael Cera in the movie together. People might get confused.
What? Because they're both the straight man?
Well, a lot of people say they look similar too.
Yeah, they do a bit. I can see them pull off brothers.
Yep.
Yeah, and that is the Finnegan Scheme. Next is Best British Film.
Oh, okay. Give me just a moment here.
Best British Film.
Okay. Did I scroll past it? Sorry. Okay. Oh, yes, I did. Okay, my bad. All right, the nominees are 28 Years Later, The Ballad of Wellis Island. I really enjoyed that.
I want to watch it.
Bridget Jones's Mad About a Boy, Bring Them Down, Hard Truth, and Warfare. 2 Alex Garlands in here.
Yep.
And last year's winner was Back to Black,
which you still need to watch.
Yeah, I need to watch that so we can have our Soderbergh discussion.
Yes, because the actress in that is in one of the Soderbergh films. But the winner is a film you have seen, and it's Warfare.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. I guess this is only British because of some of the actors and Garland. Because they didn't film this in England, and it's about a U.S. Army troop, right?
I think they had a British production company behind them too.
Okay, so it's a British. I mean, it's a really intense exercise, and it's an interesting movie. And I like that the co-director is one of the actual members of the story they're telling. That was really cool.
Yes. And I love the cast.
Yeah, it was an interesting cast of up-and-comer actors, I guess, ranging from their early 30s to early 20s.
Yeah, well, Kit Connor, who's in this, he's only 20, and I watched.
Oh wait, what's his face is in his late 30s. Jarvis. I guess he's one of the older.
Yes, that's my Jarvis. But yeah, I watched Kit's show Heartstopper on Netflix, and it's weird how he can go from a teenage heartthrob into a soldier.
Yeah, but yeah, very well executed and a very intense exercise. Is really well done. Of course, I'm a huge Alex Garland fan, so
same. I love him.
So I wouldn't say this is in my top 3 of Garland films, but you know, he doesn't make anything that's boring.
Definitely not. His filmmaking is fantastic. I can't wait to see what he does next.
Well, we'll see what he does with. Isn't he doing a Skyrim or Elder Scroll adaptation?
Elder Ring, I think it's called.
Elder Ring, that's what it is. Yeah, I knew it was one of those video games. Sorry, I'm not a huge video game person.
No, neither am I. I just casually play video games. But yes, the next award is Best Directorial Debut Film.
All right. Apologies, I don't know any of these directors' names, but the nominations are Bring Them Down, Last Breath, The Legend of Ochi, One of Them Days, Sorry Baby, and The Ugly Stepsister. Last year's winner went to Dave Patel for Monkey Man. I have seen one of them days, and it's hilarious.
That was good, so I like Kiki Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
But the winner was The Ugly Stepsister.
Oh, nice. I mean, I've been hearing good things about this. The only reason I know of this movie's existence because I've seen some people talk about it on social media, and it's streaming on Shudder right now.
Yes. Yes, definitely one you should check out if you want to see a different side of Cinderella.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of like a horror take on Cinderella.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought you'd be interested.
Yeah, that does sound interesting.
Yeah. So it's best film by a female director next.
All right, we have The Last Showgirl, Magic Farm, Celine Song for The Materialists, Sorry Baby, The Ugly Stepsister, and Wish You Were Here. And last year's winner went to Back to Black. And isn't that Aaron Aaron Taylor Johnson's wife that
Yeah.
directed that?
Yeah, that's probably the best film she's directed. I've not seen Nowhere Boy, so I can't have an opinion on that.
There you go. Okay, makes sense.
But the winner is Magic Farm.
All right, what is Magic Farm? I don't know this one.
I watched it the other night. It's this weird, trippy film. It's got Simon Rex from Red Rocket in it.
Okay.
And Chloe Sevigny, who was in that brilliant drama about the Menendez brothers last year.
Okay. Do you recommend it?
I do, but it's not one I would watch. I can picture Materialists or one of the other ones to be better.
Gotcha.
This is probably just popular with my voters. Never mind. I'm hoping. Sorry Baby sounds interesting too.
Okay, yeah, I don't know that one either.
Yeah. I watched the trailer for it. Naomi Aki and Lucas Hedges are in it too.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I'm intrigued. Right. It's documentary next, isn't it?
Yes, and the nominees are Con Mom, Diane, Warren, Relentless, Greenfell Uncovered, Not Just a Goof. I did recently watch that one. It was a surprisingly really well documentary on a movie up until Donald Glover did his episode on Atlanta. I didn't realize it had such a huge cult following. Oceans with David Attenborough and Wicked's Pain. Last year's winner went to Jim Henson, Idea Man.
Which kind of won by default because that was fantastic.
Absolutely. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a huge Jim Henson fan, but it was fantastic.
Me neither. I'm not biased at all. All right, the winner is Diane Warren, Relentless.
Interesting. But I mean, legendary songwriter. If she writes a song for a movie, she's going to get an Oscar nomination.
Exactly. That's how it works. I always notice that the documentaries that win my awards are about people.
I mean, to be fair, that's probably what gets most to watch, but this I think is on Netflix, so this has like a wider range of people being able to watch it.
Yeah, because I keep meaning to look out for it. Yeah, I keep meaning to look out for it because she's written a couple of bangers, so I'm interested to see how she writes all these bangers that get nominated every year, even if the film's crap.
All right.
Yeah, she must be talented.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if all the songs are great because a lot of them are movies. I have no idea what they are and how many people have seen them. But I mean, maybe she's the Meryl Streep of songwriters and she just gets nominated for being good at her job.
Exactly. Anyway, let's move on to Best International Film.
All right, we have Bring Them Down from Ireland. We have an apologies on some of these pronunciations. Shavava from India. Niza 2 in China, Partharthami in Italy, Revelations in South Korea, and The Ugly Stepsister from Norway. Last year's winner went to the acclaimed Monster from Japan.
Have you got round to that one yet?
I have not. I think it's only on Mubi here, so maybe next time I do a free trial of Mubi, I'll check it out.
Yeah, because I wouldn't mind checking that one out again. But the winner is one I did watch, and I thought it was fantastic. It's Bring Them Down from Ireland.
All right. So you did enjoy this movie quite a bit.
Yes. Well, obviously it won because of the voters too.
Right.
But yeah, Barry Keoghan and Christopher Abbott are fantastic. But the weirdest thing is that even though Barry is normally the better actor when he's in a film, Christopher gives a better performance than he does in this.
Interesting. Okay, I think maybe I have heard of this one.
Yeah, so I like both these two actors, and I was around my mate's house, and I said, "Oh, let's watch this. Barry Keoghan's in it."
Cool. Well,
So,
congratulations to Bring Them Down.
yes, exactly. It's nice to have my neighbours win it. All right, you ready for best animated films? I think you'll like the winner of this one.
Cool. Let's see what the winner is.
Who are the
nominations are The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, which I think just dropped on streaming on Max, ironically, even though Warner Brothers dropped the movie. Dogman, which I have not seen, but basically looks like the plot of RoboCop. Elio, Pixar's Elio, The Most Precious of Cargos, Nizai 2, and Predator, Killer of Killers. Last year's winner was... Sorry?
The Cargo one is directed by the same director as The Artist.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Well, it's nice to know he's still doing things, but I know he's a French director, so I don't know what he's been doing since The Artist. But last year's winner was Inside Out 2.
And the winner is Predator, Killer of Killers.
Interesting. I guess because it went straight to streaming. It's the only one I've seen of these nominations. It might make sense. It is a fun, enjoyable movie. I enjoyed it.
It's my favorite animated film of the year so far, so I was very happy.
But I've yet to see the Looney Tunes movie, but I know a lot of people really enjoyed that one.
That was fun. I enjoyed that one. But yeah, Dogman definitely give a watch as well. That one's a fun ride.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's not too kiddie, if you get what I mean.
Gotcha.
There are some jokes that I laughed at. A lot of jokes I laughed at. The humor was quite universal. It didn't really talk down to anyone.
All right, that is surprising, but okay.
Right. Next up is best voice acting.
Yes, so we have Michael Biehn from Predator, Killer of Killers. So he joins the illustrious group with Bill Paxton and Lance Hendrickson. And spoiler if you haven't seen the movie, but Michael Biehn has now been killed by a Terminator, Alien, and a Predator.
Yes.
We have Pete Davidson for Dogman, Zhang Zhiming for Nizai 2, Zoe Saldana for Elio, Megan Shipman for The Roses of Versailles, and Jill Tilley for Plankton the Movie. Last year's winner went to Amy Poehler for Inside Out 2.
And the winner is Zoe Saldana for Elio.
Oh, congrats. Just keep on sweeping since she's just a recent Oscar winner.
Yes, and now she has a mid-season film award.
Have you seen this yet? Because I've heard mostly good things, but I feel like Pixar and Disney did next to no advertising for this movie.
Yeah, I feel that they swept this one under the rug. I've not seen it yet, and it's only just come out in the cinema I work at, and the times are too early, and I don't know how I'm going to watch it. I'll probably have to wait till it's on digital now.
Right. I mean, I haven't heard like anyone give a glowing review, but everything I've heard is like it's at least it's solid. It's at least
I want to watch Ninja 2 more because I watched the first one recently and loved it.
okay.
Does that gross $2 billion at the box office?
Wow.
It's like the highest grossing animated film of all time, and it's just flying under the radar in the Western world.
Yeah, because I've not even heard of this.
But yet, Parasite got acclaim.
Yeah, I guess it got picked up by because that's Neon picked that up, so maybe it just got the right production company to get involved to promote it. Plus, Bong has made a couple of films that have crossed international waters to get acclaim too.
Oh, yeah, Snowpiercer.
Yeah. And then now he made Mickey 17, which I think is maybe will have a cult following.
Definitely. Right, do you want to read out the next category?
Yes, we have Best Original Song, and the nominees are Beautiful That Way from The Last Showgirl, Give Your Love from The Ballad of Whales Island, I Feel Alive from a Minecraft movie, I Lied to You from Sinners, Super Good from Dogman, and Waiting on a Wish from Snow White. And last year's winner was a song for Amy from Back to Black.
I will have to say the song in Snow White is the best part about the movie.
Probably, but I don't really like any of the extra songs. Like, I mean, most of the singing is, well, Rachel Zegler's singing is great. Gal Gadot's not so much. But yeah, I liked what they were trying to do, but it just doesn't work. Like, I just couldn't get into any of the songs.
No, I couldn't get into the movie.
Well, I couldn't get into the movie at all. But I mean, I like that they were trying to turn it into a musical. It just doesn't come together for me.
Yeah.
And the CGI is not good. Yeah, it's just a big whiff.
But luckily, the winner was from a good movie. It's I Lied to You from Sinners.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, the music in this movie is so good. I mean, we should do a discussion on this movie because there's just so much to talk about. There's so much.
Everybody else I've watched it with, or has watched it, they said, "Oh, it's just fine. I don't like it that much." I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's a well-layered movie."
Yeah, I mean, it's just incredible. There's so much to talk about, but I love that it just goes into like the history of music too, and like all the different cultures. It's just a lot.
And the future music as well.
Yeah, it's just a very well-deserved win because it's incredible.
Definitely. What will he win score?
Let's see, but first we've got Best Sound. All right, so our nominees are F1, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, The Monkey, The Phoenician Scheme, Sinners, and Warfare. Last year's winner went to Dune Part 2.
Right, this one is a completely different winner. It's Warfare.
Absolutely completely different, but makes sense. Not what I thought would win, but, it's deserved nonetheless.
Well, I don't know what it is, but I don't know whether you had this, but I was so focused on what was going on. When that explosion happened, I jumped.
Yeah, I mean, it was very effective. I think when that first explosion and one of the guys goes nearly death from everything, yeah, it's very like shell shocking in a way. Like you're just like, whoa.
Definitely. And you feel for these characters.
Absolutely. You are right in the middle of this with them.
Exactly. And it doesn't do the fancy epic war movie tropes. It plays it straight.
No, it's very straight and realistic. So I imagine, I mean, I listened to an interview with Garland and Ray Mendoza, the co director.
Yeah,
I imagine a lot of combat veterans, if they're able to watch it, would testify to the accuracy of this.
definitely. Definitely. And yeah, that's best sound. Visual effects is next.
Right, our nominees are F1, How to Train Your Dragon, The Legend of Ochi, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, Sinners, and Warfare. Last year's winner was Dune Part 2.
And this year's winner is Sinners.
Sinners, nice. I mean, again, this is, I think, the movie of the year so far, and the effects are incredible. I love the little simple introduction to the villain of this movie
Yes,
and the effects there. Like, it's just so simple, but so good at the same time.
definitely. And it's nice to see a film that has more subtle visual effects, not overblown CGI.
Agreed.
Yeah, I feel like films that win Best Visual Effects now are just films that are just overbearing with CGI.
For sure. Yes. Snow White, for example.
That wouldn't win Best Visual Effects at any awards show.
No, but I just too much special CGI. I was just, for example.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, it's the award they're finally installing into the proper Oscars. Next,
Yep. Best stunt team. So we have Captain America Brave New World. We have F1. We have Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning, which some people think we might get another one just so Tom Cruise can get an Oscar because of when the category will become eligible. Mickey 17, Sinners, and Thunderbolts. Last year's winner went to Furiosa Mad Max Saga.
and the winner is no surprise. It's Mission Impossible: The Final
I
Reckoning.
mean, if anything, despite what anyone feels about how they kind of whiffed on this movie, especially due to all the problems with COVID and the actors' strike, and maybe this movie shouldn't have been split into two movies, but you cannot deny that biplane sequence. I mean, it's shocking how Tom Cruise is not dead right now.
I sometimes question whether he's suicidal.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear what Brad Pitt said if asked if he'd like to work with Tom Cruise again in a movie?
What did he say again?
He said he'd love to work with a movie with Tom again, but he's not hanging his ass off an airplane.
Nice. Good on him. Good on him. But yeah, I swear Mission Impossible always wins stunts, either that or John Wick.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best in the business. I mean, honestly, you can't deny how good those stunts are in the franchise.
Absolutely, absolutely. Especially the stunt I like where he's hanging onto the building.
Yep.
Love that stunt. All right. Next up is Best Makeup and Hair.
And the nominees are 28 Years Later, Captain America Brave New World, The Life of Chuck, The Phoenician Scheme, Sinners, and Warfare. Last year's winner went to Back to Black.
And the winner is Sinners.
Yes, I mean they perfectly nailed the Depression era Delta South look.
Definitely.
I mean, it's just, yeah, it's impeccable. I mean, Kugler's whole team did an outstanding job on this movie.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody just Like, the characters really stand out because of their looks as well.
Yeah, everyone is distinctive, like based on their look, like each character. Even the two parts of Michael B. Jordan as the twins.
Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, exactly. All right, you ready for the next category?
Absolutely.
Costuming is next.
And the nominees are Black Bag, Mickey 17, The Monkey, The Phoenician Scheme, Sinners, and Snow White. Hey, I think I finally have seen all the categories and something. And
Yay.
last year's winner was Dune Part 2.
And you probably know what the winner is. It's Sinners again.
Yeah, as I was saying, um, impeccable job.
Definitely. And it's Ruthie Carter, who is one of the best costume designers.
Oh, absolutely. Legend. I mean, just the work she's done with Spike Lee.
And the Black Panther movies too.
Yep.
So
Incredible.
she's won both Oscars for both films.
Well deserved, in my opinion.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's hope her and Googler continue collaborating.
I hope so.
I hope so too. We don't need to talk about the runner-up.
Oh.
All right, production design is next.
Nominees are Legend of Ochi, The Life of Chuck, Mickey 17, The Phoenician Scheme, Sinners, and Warfare. Last year's winner was Dune Part 2.
And the winner again is Sinners.
I smell a sweep coming on.
Yep. But I love the production design in this movie, especially the train scene.
Yes, I love the train scene. I love the joint. Yeah,
It's weird,
everything.
even though the film is set in that juke joint for the majority of the runtime, you do see a massive world around it.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And there's just so much to discover and discuss in this movie. Like I said, it's just
Yeah, definitely. I plan to watch it 100 more times before the year runs out. It's going to be fun. All right, next up is editing.
And the nominees are Black Bag, F1, The Life of Chuck, The Phoenician Scheme, Sinners, and Warfare, with last year's winner being Doom Part 2.
Nice. And the winner is Sinners.
Not a surprise.
Michael, how do you pronounce his last name?
Is that Shawver?
Shalva, yes.
Not surprised, but not the one I thought was going to win, but maybe the one I thought was going to win. Maybe not enough people have seen yet since it just came out.
Is that the runner-up?
Right. I thought F1 was going to win this.
Okay. I can understand why. I think my runner-up would be Black Bag, because I really like how it's edited.
Yeah. That movie rules, in my opinion. It's probably my second favorite movie of the year so far.
It's in my top 5.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for best score next?
Let's do it. All right, so we got a legend here, Alexander Duplat for The Phoenician Scheme. We've got Ludwig Göransson for Sinners. We've got the Newton brothers for Life of Chuck. We have Daniel Pemberton for The Materialist, Rob Simonson for Elio, and of course, another legend himself, Hans Zimmer for F1. Last year's winner, of course, went to Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross for Challengers.
Who also went on to win the Fleming Award too.
Well, because it rules.
It does. Although I do love the score for The Brutalist.
Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah. It is a tough race between the two. But Nobody deserves this more than Mr. Louis Goranson for Sinners.
Yep. I mean, honestly, I don't think there was anybody's chance of beating him. Again, the score and the music choices in this movie just absolutely fantastic. They rule. I mean, he's playing with so many genres, and you can even get a greater sense of what they were thinking for the music between Gordonson and Coogler if you listen to the Spotify playlist that Ryan Coogler has selected. That's all the different music choices that are in there.
Nice. I'll have to have a look at it.
Yeah, because I mean, it's of course got the score for the film. It's got a lot of blues music in it, of course, but it's also got folk music. It's also got a little bit of metal because if you realize, like, a little bit of the score for the villain has a little bit of a metal edge to it.
Yes.
Yeah. So, oh man, yeah, the score's amazing.
I'm starting to think he will become the next Zimmer, Ludwig.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for years.
Does that mean Giacchino might become the next Williams or Elfman?
More Williams. Benjamin Wallyfist can be Daddy Elfman.
Yeah.
Because he normally does the spooky stuff. All right, you ready for my favorite category and the one that normally surprises you, Cody?
Yeah, let's do best cinematography. I mean, look here. We got Steven Soderbergh for Black Bag. This guy's just multi-talented, and he's just always playing with the medium all the time. Claudio Miranda for F1. Darius Kanji for Mickey 17. Bruno Del Bonel for The Phoenician Scheme. Autumn Durrell Arcapa for Sinners. Apologies, I probably butchered your name. And Andrew Draws Palermo for Thunderbolts. Of course, Greg Fraser won this last year for Dune Part 2. I don't even remember he was nominated at the Oscars.
Yes, but the winner is going to be probably my biggest surprise but it makes sense as this man is a legend. It's Bruno Del Bono for the Phoenician Scheme.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I didn't think
Not,
this was a
not,
sure
not,
thing,
not
but
as
I mean,
surprised as you were with Poor Things.
yeah. Because I mean, that's one of the best things about Wes Anderson's movies. A lot of times is the cinematography. It's a beautiful movie. Didn't think this was the for sure winner, but yeah, I'm happy with this win.
Definitely. Well, Bruno, I like how Wes is working with a different cinematographer, and Bruno sounds like the perfect fit for a Wes Anderson film.
Yes.
And they kind of have like his picture on the wall in the French Dispatch. So I kind of see it as a hint they'll be working together one day. And it worked. My dream.
Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
Yes, meta foreshadowing. That's it. Yes. But yeah, Sinners would be second place.
Well, guess they can't win everything.
No, well, they can't win the next category because it's not based on a book.
That's true.
All right, hit me up with those best adapted screenplay nominations.
The nominees for best adapted screenplay are Emilie Bleachfeld for The Ugly Stepsister, Mike Flanagan for The Life of Chuck, Bong Joon-ho for Mickey 17, Osgood Perkins for The Monkey, Zawoji for Nize 2, apologies, Eric Pearson and Joanna Callow for The Thunderbolts. Last year's winner was John Spatz and Denis Villeneuve for Dune Part 2.
And the winner is a no-brainer. It's Life of Chuck.
I have yet to see this. I've mostly heard amazing things, but Flanagan has replaced Frank Darabont as the go-to guy to adapt Stephen King.
I'm actually looking forward to what Darabone is doing next. He's directing a Stranger Things episode.
Yes, he's also developing a Carrie miniseries, and fingers crossed he brings the Dark Tower finally to life
Wait,
properly.
is this Mike? Is this Mike doing Carrie and that tower?
Yes, he's attached to both those properties.
Nice. Well, Frank's directing an episode of an acclaimed show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to hear Frank's still working. I think it is horrible what AMC did to him over The Walking Dead.
Yes,
He's a legend. He's probably one of the best screenwriters of all time. But yeah, I think Mike Flanagan has joined the ranks as one of the best directors and writers for King.
absolutely, absolutely. And he kind of has his own kind of shows he does as well. He's kind of become like he kind of has his own media empire now.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are not huge fans of his style, but for me, he's probably my second favorite horror director right now.
Who's your first?
That would be the master himself, Jordan Peele.
Great answer. Not Eggers.
Eggers is up there too, and I'm excited to see. I hope he gets to do all the kooky stuff he's up to.
The werewolf film, the Christmas Carol one.
And supposedly he's doing a Labyrinth sequel.
That too, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's going to be
yeah,
fun.
he rules. He's definitely up there.
He does. All right, you ready for best original screenplay next?
Yes. So the nominees are David Koepp for Black Bag. I believe him and Soderbergh worked together on both the Soderbergh films.
He did.
Celine Song for The Materialist. Wes Anderson for The Phoenician Scheme. Ryan Coogler for Sinners. Eva Victor for Sorry Baby. And Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza for Warfare. And of course, last year's winner went to Celine Song's partner, Justin Kurtz for Challengers.
And this one is probably a no-brainer. It's Ryan Coogler for Sinners.
Yeah. I mean, again, there's just so much in this movie. Like there's just so much lore and backstory without us even having to know what all that is in the screenplay. Like there's so much in here. Like if Coogler wanted to do another movie, like just call it a sequel or a continuation within this world, he totally could.
Oh, he could. He could. I don't think he will. He will, but he could. I'd like to see what he does because he does kind of like tease, obviously, them at the end of the 90s.
Yeah, yeah. That was great.
That was. It was. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Ryan Coogler finally made an original project as well.
Yeah, that's true because all of his films were either franchises or based on a true story.
Exactly. So it's nice to see him pen an original. Oh, and he owns full rights to this film.
Yes, and I feel like the studios are so trying to underplay how successful this movie is because of that once in a lifetime deal he got off of this movie.
They made that deal with him because they thought it was so into flop. So it's kind of bad on their end.
It is bad on their end, but I'm glad that this basically saved Mike DeLuca's job.
Yeah.
For now.
For now. All right. I think it is the start of the acting categories next. Let's go with best emerging talent.
Yes, and the nominees are Miles Catton for Sinners, Kit Connor for Warfare, Christian Convoy for The Monkey, Kalina Lang for Presence, Mia Tripleton for The Phoenician Scheme, and Helena Zingel for The Legend of Ochi.
Okay, I just want to say this now. If I was to change one of the nominees, I would change Christian for the kid from 28 Years Later. I didn't realize he was going to be the protagonist until I watched the film.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I heard it was like a mother-son story mostly. So again, I
But,
haven't watched it yet. I'm very
yeah,
excited to.
yeah.
Last year's winner was Alea Brown for Furiosa Mad Max Saga.
But yes, the winner is a no-brainer. It's Miles Captain for Sinners.
Yes, an amazing performance. Really the
The best performance of the year for me.
and I mean kind of the protagonist of the film, honestly. Uh, but so he's a main focus, and he really holds his own with these veterans in this movie, I think.
Definitely, definitely. It's just weird that he's never acted before and that he gives the best performance of the year.
Well, there's talent in all sorts of places.
Exactly. And I've heard he's quite a talented musician outside of cinema too.
Great, because I mean, again, music is incredible in this movie. So,
Definitely. I love this movie.
mm-hmm.
I could write a whole book on it.
You really could.
You could. There'll be books on studying this film in years to come.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is one of those movies. There will be books and writings and everything about this movie. I mean, I'm not trying to hyperbole it. I think it is one of those once in a lifetime masterpieces.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, let's move on to Best Supporting Actress next.
We have Marissa Abella for Black Bag. Is that that's the actor, right?
The Amy Winehouse girl, yeah.
Yeah. Naomi Aki for Mickey 17. Jamie Lee Curtis for The Last Showgirl. Karen Gillan for Life of Chuck. Lily Gladstone for The Wedding Banquet. And Haley Steinfeld for Sinners. Last year's winner was Kaylee Spaney for Civil War.
And the winner is. Oh, I always like to imagine the winners of like the last acting awards. So I always imagine because Chris Hemsworth won Best Supporting Actor last year, he's announcing this award, this winner.
Okay.
But the winner is Haley Steinfeld for
So
Sinners.
so Thor is giving Kate Bishop the award.
Yes.
Okay. Or Spider-Gwen, depending on which way we want to roll with that. But if
Yes.
it's MCU, it'd be Kate Bishop. But yeah, I mean, incredible performance. She's been incredible since she emerged as a child in True Grit, and
This is her best performance since True Grit.
I would agree.
Don't get me wrong, I love her as Spider-Gwen and Kate Bishop and the girl from Bumblebee, but Sinners and True Grit are where her acting really shines.
Yes, and I learned things about her with this role that I didn't know, which apparently is true for her in real life. So it's interesting.
That she has a bit of African American in her ancestry.
Right,
Yeah,
her grandfather was mixed?
I think so. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I found that quite interesting.
Or her
But I
mother was
love,
something like it's either her mother was mixed or her grandfather was mixed.
yeah. But yeah, I love Haley Steinfeld as an actress. Every time she appears on screen, I'm just focused on the movie. Someone's trying to talk to me while I'm watching. It's like Haley's on TV. All right, let's go with Best Supporting Actor next.
All right, we have Michael Cera for The Phoenician Scheme. We have Mark Hamill for The Life of Chuck. We have Delroy Lindo for Sinners. We have Roger Jean Page for Black Bag. We have Pedro Pascal for The Materialist. And of course, we have Mark Ruffalo for Mickey 17. And yes, last year's winner did go to the unhinged and insane performance from Chris Hemsworth in Furiosa, a Mad Max saga.
Yes, one of my favorite performances of last year. But the winner is the complete opposite this time. It's Michael Cera for the Phoenician Scheme.
Congrats. It's an incredible performance. He's hilarious and he fits right into the world of Wes Anderson. He's just a lot of fun in this.
Absolutely. Yeah, Delroy Lindo would be the runner-up. The question I want to know is, he's just the piano player. Why isn't Jack O'Connell getting love? He's the main villain of the film.
I mean, I don't know. I guess this is where you run into what do you do? Who do you nominate? Because Lindo is a veteran, incredible screen
Okay,
talent.
he is owed an Oscar nomination to these because he got snubbed for The Five Bloods. I'll give him credit for that. But I
But
watched
I
that
mean,
Blood
O'Connell was
since Skins.
amazing and charismatic and frightening all at the same time. I mean, yeah, it's hard. They're both great performances. I mean, there's just so much gravitas and experience in Lindo's performance in the film.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Michael Cera is fantastic. I know he normally plays a type, but he plays into this type really well in this film.
And makes fun of it at the same time.
He does. He does. He really does. It's not an invented performance. It's just a little fun performance that I think shows how well he's good at playing these characters.
Absolutely.
Yes. But let's talk about the best actress.
Right.
Next.
That is Cate Blanchett from Black Bag. Marianne Jean-Baptiste for Hard Truths, which I hear is an incredible performance that
Is incredible.
snubbed. Dakota Johnson for The Materialist. Kiki Palmer for One of Them Days. Kelly Marie Tran for The Wedding Banquet. And Eva Victor for Sorry Baby. Last year's winner went to Zendaya for Challengers.
And a well-deserved win. But, I mean, this win is a no-brainer because she's won the all-kind rates, but I just wouldn't expect this film to win an award or even get a nomination. It's Cate Blanchett for Black Bag.
I mean, she's great. I mean, when is she not great, right? But I mean, I just love the chemistry and relationship and what this movie's really about, even though it's supposed to be a spy movie between Cate Blanchett and Michael Fassbender. Like, I really just love that at the core, this movie is about two married people that will do absolutely anything to protect one another.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And yeah, I think Cate Blanchett's one of the best actresses ever. She's my personal favourite actress of all time. And I think this was a great performance.
Agreed.
She was in with quite a lot of big hitters, not just Michael Fassbender. So you had Pierce Brosnan, Naomi Harris, Reggae, John Page, Tom Burke, and Marissa Arbella, who are all giving fantastic performances.
Absolutely. Yeah, I kind of love Pierce Brosnan playing an evil M sort of scheme.
Yes. Yes, love it. Love it. Love it. But yes, Cate Blanchett is the winner. Let's move on to Best Actor.
And the nominees are Benicio del Toro for The Phoenician Scheme, Michael Fassbender for Black Bag, Tom Hiddleston for Life of Chuck, Theo James for The Monkey, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and Robert Pattinson for Mickey 17. We've got a lot of twin action going on in this category. And last year's winner was Jesse Plemons for Kinds of Kindness.
He played 3 different characters in one film.
Oh, there you go. I mean, for the performances I've seen that are nominated here, these are all top-notch performances.
Yes, but I think we all know who the winner is. It's Michael B. Jordan.
I mean, An incredible performance, not just because he's basically considered the lead of this movie, but he also has to play two characters, and they are distinctly different characters. Like, he gets to play the like charismatic, uh, fun-loving character, but he also gets to play the cool, silent, confident, badass character too. He gets to play both things in the same movie.
If a certain actor was still alive, I can picture him playing one of the brothers.
Yeah, I could have seen and they could have really like done this vice versa, because they both could have done either one.
Yeah,
But yeah.
exactly. And that actor is Chadwick Boseman. If he was still alive, he'd be playing one of the brothers. It'd be him and Michael B. Jordan.
Like, if this was a stage show, they would basically like side which person they were playing.
I would say Chadwick would be better as the one who has to shoot out at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him more playing the stoic, quiet one more so, but I mean, Jordan nails it. He nails both of these performances.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, and that is, I think, a great 5 actors who have won awards so far this year. But let's see who wins Best Cast.
And our nominees are, of course, Black Bag, The Life of Chuck, Mickey 17, The Phoenician Scheme, Sinners, and The Wedding Banquet. Last year's winner went to Kinds of Kindness.
And this year's winner is a no-brainer, Sinners.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, we talked about a few of them already, but I mean, yeah, Jack O'Connell is really great as the villain in this. I can't think of her name, but she's been in Lovecraft Country and Loki. She plays
Rumi
the
Misaka.
Yeah, she's incredible in this movie. I mean, some of the side characters are incredible in this movie. I mean, it's a drawn out world with individual breathed in characters, and almost anyone that has at least legitimate screen time in this movie feels as their own character.
Literally. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great cast.
But I mean, honestly, this is a good category. All of these nominees, I feel. I haven't seen The Wedding Banquet, either version, but I saw the trailer and I'm like, yeah, these all look like incredible casts. I haven't seen Life of Chuck either, but I've seen the cast of that, who's in it, so it has to be pretty top notch.
It is top notch. But yeah, I'm surprised they're only doing this as a category as of next Oscars.
Yeah, well, I mean, it should have been a category because there's too many movies. Just like we were talking about, the debate of putting O'Connell or Delroy Lindo in supporting actor. This is the way where you can award films that have multiple great performances, because, of course, you can't nominate everybody because of the politics of everything.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's something you can't ignore. Something you can't ignore. But now we need to talk about the top boss, Best Director.
Yes, the Best Director. So we have Wes Anderson for The Phoenician Scheme, Bong Joon-ho for Mickey 17, Ryan Coogler for Sinners, Mike Flanagan for The Life of Chuck, Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza for Warfare, Joseph Kaczynski for F1, Osgood Perkins for The Monkey, Steven Soderbergh for Black Bag, Celine Song for The Materialist, and Eva Victor for Sorry Baby. And last year's winner went to the most, probably, I'm going to say it, the biggest director yet to direct a Bond movie, Denis Villeneuve for Dune Part 2.
You say that, but Sam Mendes has won an Oscar?
Yeah, but don't you think Villeneuve is more of an auteur than Sam Mendes?
I mean, They're both good directors for different reasons. Vilna has a obviously more distinctive style, whereas Sam Mendes is better at getting good performances.
Also, he's directed one of the biggest blockbusters of the 21st century. So he has a stacked filmography.
Yes, and one of the best films of this decade in last decade in Prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a no-brainer. It's Mr. Kugler.
Yeah, I mean, who else was it going to be? I mean, there's a lot of legends here, great filmmakers, but yeah, it's Sinners. Ryan Coogler, guys. He was already there, in my opinion, with the 1-2 punch of Creed and Black Panther, but this just elevates him even further.
Definitely, and it's nice to see him show off that he's a proper director, not just a studio hired go-to hire guy.
Yeah, no, I never saw him as that, even though he was making studio franchise films. But I mean, that was with a purpose. But each of his films, whatever you want to think about them being within the machine, they are layered with his style and his personality. Like he brought something unique to each of those films, and now he was able to basically cash that in for his blank check of a movie that paid off.
I'm hoping
Well.
Marvel say to him next, do what you want for Black Panther 3.
Yeah, I hope if he does make Black Panther 3, they do not do what they did to him in Wakanda Forever by mandating he push things into the film that didn't need to be in it.
Absolutely. Let the man do what he wants.
Yes.
Let the man do what he wants. All right, here it is, the big prize.
Yes, the best film so far this year. We have Steven Soderbergh's Black Bag. We have Pixar's Elio. We have Mike Flanagan adapting Stephen King's Life of Chuck. Celine Song's The Materialist. Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17. Nizai 2. Wes Anderson's The Phoenician Scheme. Ryan Coogler's Incredible Sinners. Sorry Baby. And Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza's Warfare. And of course, last year's winner, Denis Villeneuve's follow-up and continuation of the adaptation of Dune Part 2.
Yes. Right. The bottom 5 are Elio, Materialist, Mickey 17, Mean Jan 2, and Sorry Baby. In 5th place, Black Bag. In 4th place, The Finnegan Scheme. In 3rd place, Life of Chuck. In 2nd place, Warfare, which means Sinners wins Best Film.
Yes, I mean, to me, it was the clear winner. Quite surprised of Warfare being 2nd place, but you know, I guess people liked it more than I did. I still think it's a very well made, interesting movie, but I wouldn't have put it at 2nd place.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy for Sinners. I'm happy. This is the 2nd horror film to win this award. The first was Get Out in 2017, the inaugural winner.
Yeah.
So far we've captained on horror.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Do you think Sinners has a legitimate award chance?
Well, if there is a year where there's back-to-back one horror film getting nominated, I think it could start a brand new trend of having one horror film in there. And yeah, I think Sinners is the only film of these 10 I can realistically see going into that 10 at the Oscars.
Yeah, I think of these nominees, I mean, yeah, I don't think the animated films, however good they are, I don't think they're going to be the ones to get elevated. I mean, we've had stronger animated films not make it into the best picture category. Yeah, and Life of Chuck just did not get the release it deserves because I feel like they shot themselves not releasing this last year when it won the
Oh,
Toronto.
it's had one. It's had what I like to call the bike riders effect, where it got delayed and it was meant to be like a promising awards player, but then it was released and not many people watched it or enjoyed it.
Right, because I feel like had this been released last year around October, November,
Oh, it
I
would have been
think
a hit. Would have been a hit. Would the best adapted screenplay would have been that?
I feel like it would have gotten a Best Picture nomination because
You'd be questioning what the hell is conclave.
I don't know if it had taken Conclave out, but because historically, what wins the audience award at Toronto usually gets a Best Picture nomination.
Yeah.
And I feel like because they waited and then just dropped it in the middle of summer and like hardly anyone has seen this film, I feel like it's going to have zero chances now. And I think everything else is going to be strictly inside baseball if you're a fan of it, or if not, I don't think. I think Wes Anderson. That's just too Wes Anderson. I think Warfare because there's not really. It's not really story driven. I think is going to hurt its chances. Of course, Alex
No,
Garland.
it's kind of driven by the situation the characters are in.
Alex Garland, I don't think has really gotten much recognition at the awards, really, other than the surprise.
He's too cool to win an Oscar.
And I don't think Black Bag, as much as I enjoyed and as well as it's been acclaimed, I don't think it's a strong enough awards contender.
I feel like if he released it in November, he could have had a shot.
And I'm not sure. I know most of the word on the material list is good, but I think people are saying it's not as good as Past Lives, even though it's a little different of a movie.
Apparently, it's more of a comedy.
Yeah. And I think Mickey 17 is just a little too weird and goofy for most people because I know it's been kind of a mixed reaction.
I had nothing against the film. There were just a few shots that you could tell were obviously CGI, and that what kind of took me out of the movie at times.
Yeah, but I ultimately enjoy its heart, even though it's a goofy political satire, which again, I definitely was into what Bong was throwing out there. And I think Pattinson is incredible in the film. Also, I know exactly what you were doing, Mark Ruffalo, and I thought it was hilarious.
Same. If you know, you know.
And again, Toni Collette, one of our top actresses, she was just incredible in her performance as well. So
well, she was great too.
It very much reminded me of a Terry Gilliam movie, but that's fine.
No, I can see that. All right, we have one more tiny award to give out.
Okay.
The most anticipated film of the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah. All right. And those are James Cameron's Avatar: Fire and Ash. I guess we're going to get that this year. Fantastic Four, The First Steps. We really hope they hit this one out of the park. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Jurassic World's Rebirth. Okay. I just always underestimate the Jurassic Park fan base. Superman, James Gunn's Superman, and of course, the second part to Wicked, Wicked for Good. Last year's winner was Deadpool and Wolverine.
So, because Wicked won the Fleming Award for Best Film last year, it makes sense that the winner here is Wicked for Good.
I mean, I'm not surprised that's what won most anticipated because, I mean, I think everything else, even if you are anticipating it, you've seen.
I'm only anticipating Jurassic World Rebirth because I like the director involved.
That's Gareth Edwards, right?
Yes, Gareth Edwards.
All right. It could be an interesting choice. It looks like it could be fun at best. I just am not a huge fan of any of the Jurassic Park continuations. I think really you made one perfect movie. Should have left it alone, but
Well, realistically, yeah, but somebody needs to pay the bills, I guess.
I guess, and I think that's the reason Scarlett Johansson's in it, because Jurassic Park's one of her favorite movies. So yeah, we'll see. Of course, yeah, I'm excited to see James Gunn's Superman. I thought it was a weird choice for him to do, but it looks like he is mixing his elements perfectly for it. It looks like we're gonna get an actual uh optimistic, hopeful Superman movie. Of course, anything Guillermo del Toro does, I'm interested. And I wish he would make At the Mountains of Madness, but sure, let's see what you do with Frankenstein. You've been playing with this story a lot, so might as well just do it. Yeah, I really hope Fantastic Four is good. Because how many Fantastic Four movies does it take to make a good one? And Avatar is whatever, but at the end of the day, it's probably going to make $1 billion, and James Cameron's going to do what he does. Even though you might forget about it after you watch it, you're still going to be like, yeah, that looked amazing.
Yeah, well, I'm more interested in There's a film he's making about the Japan bombings in World War II.
Is he going to do something else besides Avatar finally?
Well, yep, I believe so.
I would like for him to make something besides Avatar, because the only movies he's directed in the 21st century are Avatar films.
I know.
But yes, of course, Wicked was such a huge hit. It is so loved across everywhere.
Even I had to see it because of how loved it was.
And we'll see if they can continue the success with the second film. I'm interested to see how it goes. Because they're really, I guess they're going to be either pulling material from the book or pulling material from, or really adapting, because the musical is only 2.5 hours, and the first half of the movie was 2.5 hours. And that's just the first half of the show.
I have a feeling they'll incorporate some of the Wizard of Oz into it.
I think so as well. So I'm really interested to see what they do with it. It could be really great, because
please don't cast James Corden in it.
I have not heard his name in this, so hopefully he's not in it. But I enjoyed Wicked, but I was not one of the people that was just absolutely in love with it.
I was.
That's fair. Let's hope they stick the landing and it's good, if not better.
Yeah, well, it's called Wicked for Good, so I hope it's good.
That would be disappointing if it's not, with that in the title.
All right, so most wins went to Sinners with 15 awards. The Phoenix Scene came second with 3, and Warfare won 2, and the rest of the winners just won 1.
That really is a sweep. When second place is 3 awards.
Yeah. Let's see the Oscars try and
kind
do
of
that.
Steamrolled, but again, like I was saying, it makes sense because of just how good it is.
Absolutely. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Here's a picture of all 4 winners.
There you go. Oh, that's nice. Even if it's Photoshop, that's a nice
picture.
I've
got AI to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get AI to make me a picture of all 4 winners standing together for every future award show now.
There you go.
So, Cody, how do you feel about the winners?
I'm mostly happy with everything. I don't think anything made me viscerally upset, so,
Me neither. I think it is a good blend of films. And yeah, Sinners is Storm Ingwin shows that horror is the new trend in Hollywood.
I mean, horror has always been an interesting genre, and it's a perfect genre to discuss social and political topics because it's disguised in genre. And this movie also has the benefit of placing it in the 1930s. And even though that's very much the topic of what was going on in that time, it still speaks to our current day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, I'm happy with everything. I can't wait to see if any of these winners go on to win Fleming Awards.
Well, good luck to all of them. We'll see what the second half of the year brings. But yes,
Yeah.
I really hope that Superman and Fantastic Four are both good. But I would say Superman is the one I'm most looking forward to out of the comic book movies this year.
Is it because you haven't had a Superman film for 12 years?
Well, we haven't had a Superman movie in a long time, and we haven't had a really good Superman movie in a super long time.
I don't mind Man of Steel.
I don't mind it, but there are things in it that infuriate me, and
I understand.
it is not. It is not a great movie. It's not a
No,
terrible movie. It's probably
no.
the best of the Snyderverse films, if we're not counting Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
But of the Snyder directed films in that part of the DC verse, that's probably the best one he directed.
absolutely.
But yeah, I do want something that invokes what Superman's supposed to. I want a joyous movie, and sadly, Man of Steel is not that.
No, it has a good Hans Zimmer score though.
Yes, the Hans Zimmer score is amazing. I love Russell Crowe and Kevin Costner in the movie, even though Pa Kent's death infuriates me very much in the movie.
Is it because he doesn't die of natural causes?
Yes, because Superman could have totally saved him from that tornado. That is stupid.
I know, right?
I'm sorry. That is the legitimacy of his death in the original Christopher Reeve Richard Donner film, is because Superman can't stop a heart attack.
Exactly.
But he can stop a tornado. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Or get his dad out the tornado.
Yeah, but yeah, and the fights are great in Man of Steel. I mean, there's a lot of good things in it, but yeah, it is not a perfect movie.
No.
Superman Returns, I mostly like it, but also not a perfect movie. Too much reliance on
We don't talk about 3 or 4, right?
Yeah, we don't talk about Superman 3 or 4. It's just, they are what they are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would like something that's on the level of the first 2 Christopher Reeve movies, even if it doesn't quite hit it. And I feel like Gunn is going for something similar, but not copying it.
No. And he has John Murphy as well.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like the cast is good and everyone's having fun. And I mean, honestly, I want to see Crypto.
Same. But anyway, thank you for joining me today, Cody, to announce these winners. Let's hope Sinners does well at the Fleming Awards in January. And thank you all, guys, for sticking around and watching us. And yes, if you want more from me, you can watch all the past videos on my old YouTube channel, or you can head over to Fright Night Flicks and see all my takes on horror. Where can people find you, Code?
You can find me mostly on all social media platforms at Film Nerd 85. Mostly, if you want to follow me, probably go to Instagram or Threads, Blue Sky. My Facebook is a little more private.
Yes.
But if you like my content and like anything I had to say or my discussions on films, we do post on the Video Store Reject page on our Facebook page monthly, whatever discussion we want to talk about. And then, of course, you can find our Twin Peaks David Lynch discussions all through social media and our YouTube page.
Nice.
with Colin and Kevin, and we're still delving into the return. We're doing one episode at a time, so it's taken pretty longer than we would want to, but we feel like there's just too much to talk about, cramming more than one episode at a time with the
Let
return.
me know when you do Blue Velvet, because I want to rewatch that, and I want to rewatch it and then hear you guys talk about it.
All right, I will let you know. I think when we finish the return, we'll just, because we only have 5 films left we need to talk about, and I think we'll do those 5 films in chronological order. I don't know if we mix it up. We might, but we did kind of do a sidetrack after we finished Twin Peaks and discussed 3 of Lynch's films that we felt like needed to be watched before you got into Twin Peaks: The Return. Of course, also watching Fire Walk with Me. And then Lisa came on and talked about Dune with us. We did a compare and contrast between the Lynch film and the Villeneuve films.
Nice. I bet Lisa was really good on that.
Yeah, it was a great discussion. So yeah, check those out. And once we get done with David Lynch, we don't know if we're going to move on to another director or just kind of turn it into more of like a movie club type
I
discussion.
take it the Ron Howard thing has been put to bed.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to finish the Ron Howard series. I'd be more than happy to discuss any typical films if someone wants to talk about a Ron Howard movie in general. But yeah, I don't want to just go through the rest of the filmography film by film. But if anyone wants to talk about a Ron Howard movie, I'm more than happy, unless it's Hillbilly
Well, knowing
OG.
you, I know there's one Ron Howard film you'll probably want to skip.
That's the one I'm just not going to talk about it. I don't have any desire to watch it. I'm sorry. I mean, I never hadn't heard really much.
You know to see Glenn Close's best and worst performance.
Oh, right, because she was nominated for an Oscar and a Razzie. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yes, that's fair enough. I've only seen it the once. I don't have any desire to rewatch it. It's one of them where you watch it and you kind of let it pass you by.
I do need to see his Amazon movie because I heard that was good.
That's better. That's much better.
And he was quite hilarious in his episode of The Studio.
I need to start watching that.
Yeah, it's really good. I highly recommend it.
Yes. But yes, I'll leave you to it now, Cody. Thank you guys once again for watching, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye, Cody. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for having me.